Major funding for KPBS Evening Edition has been made possible in part by Bill Howe Family of Companies, providing San Diego with plumbing, heating, air, restoration, and flood services for over 45 years. Call 1-800-BILL-HOWE or visit billhowe.com. And by the Conrad Prebys Foundation, Darlene Marcos Shiley, and by the following. And by viewers like you. Thank you.
San Diego's beachside cliffs are part of the beauty of our coast, but they can also be dangerous. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Maya Trabulsi. Those cliffs can crumble with deadly results. Now local scientists say ground sensors can help predict cliff collapse. KPBS reporter Jacob Ayer says the findings could save lives.
High tides, big waves, and limited beach space often push beachgoers up to the cliffs. It's hard to know what sections are safe to sit near. Scripps Institution of Oceanography researchers are trying to change that through monitoring.
And the idea here is really with these sensor networks is can we detect ground motion signals prior to one of those sudden collapses of a landslide.
Adam Young is a coastal geomorphologist with Scripps Institution of Oceanography. He says a 4-year study on North County beaches shows they can reliably predict landslides hours to days ahead of time. Young says the results could lead to an early warning system that would make beaches safer. If a cliff failure is predicted, researchers recommend
you could temporarily close part of the beach. You could also close the cliff top. If it's an imminent failure, you can actually go in, you could clear the area on the beach and proactively mechanically detach it so that nobody gets hurt. You can add additional signage to warn people of the risk in the area.
The study was made possible by state funding. Assemblymember Tasha Berner wrote legislation following a local tragedy.
In 2019, 3 women in our community died from a bluff collapse at Grandview Beach in Encinitas. I have to tell you, this was devastating, but not unique to our area. Bluff collapses have taken lives throughout the state.
Scripps says since 1941, 25 people have died from coastal landslides in California. The majority have happened in San Diego. Berner hopes a pilot notification system
could give our cities enough warning to minimize deaths, injuries, and damages.
The scientists monitored cliffs at Beacons Beach and San Elijo State Beach in Encinitas and the railway corridor in Del Mar. They predicted 5 bluff collapses before they happened. Young thinks a warning system could prevent deaths.
We were expecting to see some sort of signals prior to the collapse, but it was surprising, I think, at how good the data turned out to be and how consistent it was for these types of landslides that we were monitoring.
Young says next steps include the state creating plans for warning the public when a cliff is likely to collapse. They're trying to get more federal funding to continue the research. Young says he hopes to expand monitoring to more locations. Jacob Ayer, KPBS News.
And KPBS science and technology reporter Carly Kay also contributed to that report. After more than 5 years since she first went missing, the husband of a South Bay woman is now convicted of her murder. A jury announced its decision today in the case against Larry Miete. His wife, Maya Miete, went missing in January of 2021 and has not been seen or heard from since. Prosecutors argued pressure from a pending divorce was a motivating factor. The exact cause of Maya Miete's death was never determined. Up next for Larry Miete is the sentencing phase, which could bring up to 25 years to life in prison. San Diego County's Department of Animal Services released a new report this week from an outside animal welfare consulting firm. The assessment looked at the department's successes and areas for improvement. KPBS reporter Elaine Alfaro sat down with the department's director at the Bonita Animal Shelter to discuss the report's findings.
The consultant, Team Shelter USA, took a broad look at the Department of Animal Services. Their report assessed how county shelters handle staffing, medical care, population management, euthanasia, and kennel cleaning. Dr. Bree Sarvis requested the review last fall. She was named director of the department in April and previously served as the county's chief veterinarian.
We requested the assessment because we wanted to get an accurate picture of where the shelter is currently, what the highest priority needs are, and in order to best focus our efforts to improve everything.
The report highlights a number of successes at the department, including improved leadership and a declining dog euthanasia rate. But it also points out problems, including overburdened staff and unclear guidelines around shelter policies. Sarvis acknowledged county shelters have their share of challenges, especially during the summer.
This is always a hard time for shelters. June through August are usually the busiest time of year, and a lot of times our staff's efforts are really just focusing on making it through each day, making sure that every animal is cleaned and fed, and they have trouble kind of like taking a step back and looking at the big picture, and certainly have trouble with any big protocol changes. But I hope to get at least some of the recommendations that we haven't already started on going in the next several weeks.
A KPBS investigation found the euthanasia rate.
Over the past year, KPBS published a series of investigative stories that detailed some of the long-standing issues at county-run animal shelters. For example, the investigation revealed the department's dog euthanasia rate spiked coming out of the pandemic. Sarvis said the shelters are continuing to improve their workflow around documenting dogs' behaviors and making euthanasia decisions.
We still do have work to do here. This is not kind of where we want to end up, but it's very important that we get very thorough notes about what's going on with the animal. So we're working to ensure that both our staff and our volunteers are giving us a lot of input about an animal's behavior, and that we're using objective language. So that means you're not saying, oh, he looks angry or he looks friendly, but you're actually describing what the body language of the animal looks like so that we can make better decisions and we can understand the environment that behavior was occurring in and decide whether it was really a risky behavior or not.
Those changes are showing results. The dog euthanasia rate dropped by about half since 2024, according to recent county data. KPBS's reporting also uncovered how the department buried an audit several years ago that pointed out issues at its shelters, some of the same problems raised in the new report. Sarvis acknowledged that past audit.
We do see similar issues to some of the previous reports, and I think that it just shows that it's really important for us to be transparent and open about where are our weaknesses, and to have a discussion not only with our leadership but with the public about the best ways to handle those things.
Sarvis says the dated Bonita shelter has made it difficult to implement certain changes. For example, kennels are still being hosed down with dogs inside, a clear violation of shelter industry standards. The county is building a new shelter in Santee to replace the Bonita facility. The department believes the facility will provide an opportunity to address outstanding problems. In the meantime, Sarvis says the department is focusing on supporting staff and building trust with the community.
Some trust issues can be really hard to address because a lot of it is just miscommunication or misinterpretation about what's going on, and it is an issue that all shelters struggle with, no matter how many resources they have. But I do think that committing to being as transparent as possible about our processes, ensuring that for every situation, for every animal that might have a positive outcome, that we're reaching out for all of the options for that animal. And we've been doing that, and I think eventually that will show through.
Completion of the Santee shelter has already been delayed several times. A county spokesperson said the shelter is expected to open this October. Elaine Alfaro, KPBS News.
If you have a tip for KPBS's investigations team, you can send an email to investigations@kpbs.org or message them on our secure signal line at the number on your screen, 619-594-8177.
Well, we have some heat across the interior tonight. We only dropped down to 74 in Borrego Springs, a warm one in the deserts, and the heat is certainly on. Interior areas will remain under heat advisories Across most of the interior portion of San Diego County and parts of Orange County up into the LA Basin. It's a heat advisory, but an extreme heat warning holds until 8 o'clock Friday for far eastern parts of San Diego County. That puts us into the deserts. Heat alerts till 8 p.m. Friday. Not many improvements this weekend.
Tensions between the U.S. and Iran are back on the rise, and so are the gas prices. According to AAA, gas prices had their biggest overnight jump since May, heading into today. It comes after President Donald Trump said a ceasefire with Iran is over. Karen Kafer reports from Washington.
The U.S. military said it hit 90 targets along Iran's coastline early Thursday, while Iran said it targeted U.S. military bases in Kuwait and Bahrain. After President Donald Trump on Wednesday said the ceasefire between the two countries is over. The clashes bringing more volatility and uncertainty to the region.
Every time these strikes are exchanged, every time there's a threat of further airstrikes from Iran on the Gulf Arab states, even if they're limited to U.S. air bases on their territory, it causes real disruption.
Amid the new strikes, traffic has slowed through the Strait of Hormuz. After oil prices made their biggest single-day gain since May on Wednesday, gas prices followed overnight. AAA says the average U.S. gas price surged 5 cents a gallon to nearly $3.85 Thursday, the biggest one-day gain in more than 2 months.
A 5-cent overnight jump is something to watch, but because crude oil remains in the $70 barrel range, that is a bit of comforting news because we haven't seen crude oil spike into the 80s or 90s or even above $100.
Thursday oil prices retreated, with some observers doubtful the conflict will make a broad, full-scale re-escalation.
We'll have to see how Iran plays their role. But again, the economy is in such dire straits. I don't see them really having that much time to get back into a full-time war with the United States.
Sources say mediator countries were working Thursday to bring the U.S. and Iran back to the negotiating table. In Washington, Karen Kafer, KPBS News.
And the gradual decrease in prices at the pump we've been enjoying locally appears to be over. Today, San Diego County recorded its largest increase in average price of gas since May 6th. It costs $5.45 for a gallon of regular gas on average. That's up 4 cents since yesterday. While it's 43 cents less than a month ago, it's still 76 cents per gallon more than 1 year ago. Congress passed a bipartisan bill last month that aims to address housing affordability. Today, local housing leaders joined U.S. Representative Scott Peters downtown to highlight the importance of the legislation. Public Matters reporter Jake Gata tells us what impact the federal bill could have in San Diego.
The 21st Century Road to Housing Act is a sweeping package of legislation that tries to address a range of housing issues. In San Diego, it could mean an increase in the number of homes built.
The most effective way to lower housing costs is to increase housing supply. The 21st Century Road to Housing Act is landmark federal legislation to increase housing supply and make housing more affordable for everyone.
Representative Scott Peters from San Diego helped draft a provision in the bill to make manufactured homes and ADUs easier to build. He was joined by Carolyn Yu, CFO of the Regional Task Force on Homelessness, who said efforts to boost production are imperative.
The reality is simple. Homelessness cannot be solved without housing. Every day we work alongside local governments, housing providers, and service organizations to help people move from homelessness into stable housing. One of our greatest challenges isn't a lack of collaboration, it's the shortage of housing people can actually afford. The Road to Housing Act helps address that challenge in meaningful ways.
The bill would also limit large institutional investors like Wall Street banks that own at least 350 single-family homes from buying any more. But only 3.6% of single-family homes in San Diego County are owned by large investors, according to the California Research Bureau.
It's a very, 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 very small share, and it's even smaller in the San Diego region.
Colin Parent is CEO of Circulate Planning and Policy. He says the more impactful parts of the bill unlock more money for affordable housing and streamline production. Stephen Russell with the San Diego Housing Federation agreed.
It also streamlines federal environmental review for infill housing projects, which has added months and sometimes years to affordable housing development timelines, even when California's own environmental law, CEQA, was satisfied. That delay costs money and money decides whether projects get built and whether struggling families get a home.
The bill is set to become law Friday, even without the president's signature. Its strong bipartisan support means a veto is unlikely.
This bill is exactly how Congress and government in general should work. It's how we should function. Elected officials coming together to solve problems and to make life better for the people who trusted them and chose them to do just that.
But parents said there's still work to be done.
It's great that Congress is doing this, but boy, oh boy, that's not enough. And that we're still going to need state officials to pass good laws in California. We're going to need local officials, city council members, mayors to say yes to more homes.
Jake Gata, KPBS News.
And Public Matters is a partnership with KPBS, iNews Source and Voice of San Diego. You can see more of our stories at kpbs.org/Public Matters. California is making a huge investment in our students and their educators. Governor Newsom announced a $2.4 billion investment in special education funding today. That marks a 43% increase compared to last year.
These historic investments in education will help us to support students in reaching their true potential.
And the governor's budget also includes more paid leave for teachers, investments in community schools, and expanded dual enrollment opportunities. Back to school bargains are already launching. To save money, many families shop at outlet malls. But are you really getting a discount when you shop at an outlet or factory store? Jen Sullivan talks to a fashion expert who recently went undercover to learn the truth behind the labels.
Outlet malls promise shoppers big discounts and sales, but are you really getting a bargain?
It's not presumably the same level of quality that you're getting at the regular mall store or at the regular department stores.
Jennifer Barger is a fashion expert with the nonprofit Consumers Checkbook. Their team spent months surveying products at various outlet stores and comparing them to products at the main store.
About half of the brands were selling or creating stuff just for their outlets. Nothing there ever appeared in the regular store.
She says that cheaper price often coincides with products made with lower cost materials and sometimes fewer fine details among many mid-level clothing brands. And the proof is on the label.
The one that you would get at the outlet would be maybe a viscose or other material blend with linen.
Some brands even have specific labels just for their outlet stores, so look at that too. Outlet stores will often have price tags with an MSRP on it, which stands for Manufactured Suggested Retail Price, which is often the suggested price for the higher quality merchandise made for the main stores. But it makes you think you're getting a bargain.
It really was probably made to cost exactly what the label said.
Here's where Barger says you can find a deal. Luxury brands often do sell items that were once in the regular stores, but she recommends asking the sales reps. And outlet furniture stores often sell floor models and items that have slight wear at a big discount. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
The San Diego Black Arts and Culture District is bringing the community together in Encanto with a block party. KPBS arts reporter Audie McAfee says the event is inspired by the neighborhood's original block parties.
In the early 1990s, the Southeastern Economic Development Corporation invested $400,000 in a streetscape art project to revitalize the median strips in Encanto from 62nd to 69th Street. After local artist Eddie Edwards created 24 panels depicting the neighborhood's history and culture, a street fair was launched. The fair became an annual event that stretched across those blocks. Derek Banks is a chairperson with the district. He says the Encanto Block Party Music Festival reflects the creativity of Black culture.
It's been about remixing. It's been about taking some flavors and adding some new spice to it. And that's what I love about this event, because you'll have our old school music there and you'll have the new stuff for the younger people. So this is going to be a great event bringing the community together.
Banks hopes this festival also shines a spotlight on Encanto.
We call this Southeast, but it's also the Diamond District. This community is a diamond in the rough, and it's produced some of the coolest, most talented artists and just brilliant minds ever. And we just hope that a light is shined on that diamond so that the rest of the world could see.
The lineup includes local artists like composer Ben Williams and vocalist Deneen Wilburn. For Banks, the impact of this event goes beyond the number of people who attend.
Success to us is something that we can't measure. Maybe it's in the smile of the kid who's getting his face painted, or a person tasting jerk chicken for the first time. When we see those type of things going on, that's how we measure success.
Getting the festival off the ground wasn't easy. Banks says when the city cut arts funding, the event lost its funding too.
But luckily enough, we were able to get funding through the county because it's so important for the community, for the children, for the people here to see themselves represented through the arts. I hope people leave with a sense of pride in their people, a sense of joy for their community, and leaving in a sense of awe, like, wow, we really did that. We came together and we really did our thing.
The Encanto Block Party Music Festival is July 12th, starting at noon in Marie Widman Park. Audie McAfee, KPBS News.
Our headlines feature heat as the big storyline. Certainly worse inland than near the coast. Sizzling midsummer heat into the deserts. The worst of the heat dome will be mainly actually centered over the Rockies, and then it kind of migrates away from us early next week into the northern plains and the northern Rockies. So it won't be as extreme for us. We're not expecting records locally, but there will still be a lot of heat in the deserts and some fire danger present in the mountains. Just given the nature of this dryness, even any breeze in the afternoon can lead to wildfire spread. But big picture, you can see about the western half of the nation and also the northern plains under this really significant heat dome, drifting north, then kind of pooling northeast and centering next week over the northern plains. So again, the hottest weather kind of in the short-term part of the forecast during the day Friday for us. Tonight, down to 65. Mostly cloudy with that marine layer near the coastline. Heat alerts are still in effect until 8 o'clock Friday evening. Heat advisories for the inland portions of San Diego County and Orange County off to the north. Again, some areas pretty hot out there. And then you get into the far eastern sections, into the deserts. That's where extreme heat warnings are located. And they're going to be with us for the same time frame, till 8 o'clock Friday afternoon and evening. Summer swelter across the board. Inland areas especially hot. Storms staying over the southern Rockies. Hints of the monsoon there, but not for us. We're just going to stay dry. 110 degrees in Borrego Springs. Classic July heat there, living up to its hot reputation. Ramona 92, El Cajon 85, 84 in Escondido, but the low to mid 70s. A bit of an oasis near the Pacific coast, like the refrigerator door is open. That's the Pacific for us. The worst of the heat will be over the far interior, centered really over the Great Basin and the northern Rockies Saturday and Sunday, but we stay bone dry. Any storms slim and over Arizona with the monsoon moisture ramping up there, but we do expect to stay dry locally. Coastal forecast here, we're in the 70s every day. Mid to upper 70s in view for Sunday and especially Tuesday. That's when we begin to see a little more moisture sneak in, turning a little more humid on Tuesday. A bit of a change for us. Inland areas, here we are, mid 80s, low 80s, then back into the upper 80s early next week with a touch of humidity there as well compared to normal. Into the mountains we go. Could be some stray thunderstorms beginning to pop as just a hint of the monsoon begins to sneak in Sunday and Monday. Doesn't look widespread for us. The bulk of it will be to the west, but again, there is the risk of lightning-sparked wildfires with some of these kind of underperforming, little isolated downpours. The deserts could even see a stray shower or stray thunderstorm on Sunday. It's going to be hot out there, but the worst of the heat for sure Friday, and then we'll see some improvements as temperatures ramp back down. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Jeff Cornish for KPBS News.
Have you ever met someone who has a passion for collecting things? It might be stamps or coins or something maybe even a little more unusual. Well, Ken Kramer found a man whose collection flies high in the sky for this story about San Diego.
Over at Mr. Frank's house, a little wind is a welcome thing.
We get a really good prevailing breeze from the ocean that goes out towards the mountains unless the Santa Anas are coming in, and then it turns around and goes the other way. Andrew Franks likes to fly flags, you see. American flags, yes, he's got quite a few. And then we get into a Betsy Ross. This is another one for early flag. So all these are early Revolutionary War mostly.
And then there are his other flags, of which he has, I guess you could say, many.
Somewhere around 515 at this point.
If he started January 1st, he could fly a different flag every day of the year and all the way to June the 1st of the next year, and by then he'd probably have some more because he just loves collecting and displaying flags from everywhere.
So this flag is the centennial celebration of Essex Fells, New Jersey.
Of course, we wanted to see, did he have a couple of flags from San Diego?
I gotta get to the S's, hold on. Oh, there's Pink Floyd, I love that one. Pirates as well. Earth, we'll get to San Diego here eventually.
Getting there before SAN is SAL.
All right, so this is the Salton Sea. Some guy worked out some way that represents the latitude and longitude coordinates of Salton Sea.
On to sports teams and moments in San Diego history.
And the next one is the San Diego Wave. And I really, really like that San Diego Zoo one from the 100-year anniversary.
Seems like he's got a flag to fit almost any occasion. Might be holiday, birthday.
Other days, it just varies on sometimes what's going on in the news, although I try not to get too political.
Oh, and one more thing. Just every once in a while, look at this. On some occasions, random, and I must say greatly appreciated, among Mr. Andrew Frank's many flags about cities, and about rock bands, and about sports teams.
I'm glad I was able to get one of those.
Dancing in the wind is this flag about San Diego.
And you can see an entire episode of Ken Kramer Stories about San Diego every Thursday evening at 8 o'clock right here on KPBS. And you can find tonight's stories on our website, kpbs.org. Thanks for joining us. I'm Maya Trabulsi. Good night.
Major funding for KPBS Evening Edition has been made possible in part by Bill Howe Family of Companies, providing San Diego with plumbing, heating, air, restoration, and flood services for over 45 years. Call 1-800-BILL-HOWE or visit billhowe.com. And by the Conrad Prebys Foundation, Darlene Marcos Shiley, and by the following: and by viewers like you. Thank you.